Hey, what's up, guys? I was able to make it out to a park today, get some sunlight or daylight on the skin, at least here in Oregon, and on the skin and in the eyes, and some fresh air, all important stuff for health as well. Daylight in the eyes and on the skin, there's photoreceptors in your skin, by the way, helps produce the happy chemicals and all the neurotransmitters in your brain. Also helps with circadian rhythm if you get out early enough, especially, not to mention the fresh air and all that health stuff. Remember, there's lifestyle factors here at play. So if you want to fight a little bit of depression and anxiety right now, get outside, get some fresh air, get some daylight on your skin. So what I'm doing here is I trained my back today. I was able to get outside into the park. I was able to manage some social distancing as well. I wiped down the pull-up bar, and what I did was 5 sets of max effort pull-ups with minimal rest in between. Remember, when we're doing body weight and band exercises, we're doing closer to max effort, right? That's not always a good idea when you're training with barbells and heavy weight, depending on how you're training. There's less risk for injury when you're just doing body weight and band exercises. So we can reduce the rest periods between sets, and we can train closer to failure. So I did 5 sets of max effort pull-ups. I was able to get 15 or 16 for the first couple sets, and then that number went down. But let me show you here real quick. How I teach pull-ups is I make sure that my clients have their core engaged, right? So instead of this with your legs, I actually ask people to bring them out in front and squeeze their legs together, okay? And what we're training here is control through all 3 contractions, meaning the concentric motion, the way up, the isometric motion, the pause at the top, and then the eccentric motion, right? We're not trying to go as fast as we can, just because, we can't control the load as much, right? Not like we can in the gym. So, boom, hang, scapula disengaged, feet together, feet out, scapula engaged, boom, control on the way down, control on the way up, pause, control on the way down, okay? So 5 sets, 30, 45 second rest. From there, I did a modified lat pull down. My arms are real long, so this variation doesn't work very well for me, but most people don't have arms as long as me, so this will work just fine for you probably. I got into a split stance and just pulled my elbows towards my hips. Again, control, right? I'm not trying to crank this out. I'm not trying to rep it out, okay? 5 sets, 15, 20 reps, okay? From there, we moved on to single arm reverse grip rows, okay? Split stance, and I'm pulling my, notice, elbow towards my hip. I'm not pulling with my arm here, right? I'm pulling my elbow down and back, my palm facing the sky. Big squeeze, okay? That's a big lat burner. You should definitely do that one, okay? Another one you could do is a double grip. Double up on this band here. Really important to get that big squeeze for a second and then slow release with those, all right? From there, I moved to the posterior deltoids and the traps. And we did a face pull, modified face pull. So I'm grabbing the band like this, and basically this excess band right here, I'm going to try and touch my forehead. I won't quite do it, but I'm going to try, okay? Just going to pull and squeeze the backs of the shoulder muscles there. Again, 4 or 5 sets, 15, 20 reps, minimal rest. And we can get an awesome bicep, single arm bicep. 4 or 5 sets, 15, 20 reps. You could do a hammer curl, which means neutral grip, palms facing each other. Right? And that's about it, okay? So we're modifying what we normally do in the gym. We're adapting, right? We're still staying strong. And the thing is, if your calories are in check, your protein's high enough, you're not gonna lose muscle, right? You might have more difficulty gaining it because you're not training as intensely, but I promise you, if you work tempo, all 3 contractions, stay consistent, a workout like this isn't incredibly taxing. You could even do it twice a day if you're experienced enough. If you've never really worked out before, then I wouldn't recommend it, but if you've been hitting it hard for a year or 2, go ahead and do this workout twice a day with 5 to 6 hours in between. there's no real detrimental effects of that. So high protein, calories at least at maintenance. You know, don't sit around and eat from boredom, because that's how we get fat. Go for walks when you can, get outside, and stay positive, guys, because you know, shit's getting weird, right? As we all know. So read positive material. Try not to feed into the news too much. Stay on top of, you know, the basics that you need to know. Outside of that, keep it real, guys. Keep your family close. Call your friends. FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, whatever you got to do for that social interaction, because social health is another component of health. All right, guys, more soon.